where the flowers bloom and the sunshine glows. EsmamoGardens, where the beauty grows. Every leaf tells a story, every seed takes flight. In the garden's heart, everything feels right. Esmamo, sing it to the sky. Whisper to the petals as the clouds drift by. Esmamo, let the green roots run, dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. Today I want to talk about this beautiful tropical plant called Xanadu philodendron. It's a perennial plant belonging to the arum family Araceae. It is native to South Brazil and Paraguay, but is widely cultivated as a landscape plant in tropical, subtropical, and warm temperate climates. The Xanadu philodendron is compact, self-heading tropical plant with deeply looped glossy green leaves, thriving in bright indirect light and moderate humidity. It is easy to care for, making it a popular choice for indoor and outdoor tropical style gardens. It is low maintenance and hardy once it is established. For landscape use, container planting for patios, terrace, and indoor spaces. Accent plant in shaded corners or under tree canopies. Adds height, texture, and lush greenery to garden beds. And it's a perfect choice for houseplant as well. While it resembles the split-leaf philodendron, a defined characteristic of the species is the C-shaped canal on the petiole, as compared to the flat upper surface of the petiole of the split-leaf philodendron. Signature leaf formation features pinnatisect structure. Unlike climbing cousins, the leaves emerge upright on long, slender leaf stems before arcing outward in overlapping tiered rows. The cut-in loops are deep and regular, giving the foliage an exotic tropical appearance. This is the aerial root. The aerial root serves three main natural purposes: anchoring for climbing, moisture absorption from the ambient humidity, and general structure support. Because they are hemipiphytes, this root acts as a natural scaffolding to help the plant stabilize as it grows. For indoor plant care, you can make use of this aerial root in the following specific ways. Provide a moss pole to promote stronger, more robust foliage. Use a moss pole as a support structure. You can train the roots to wrap around the pole to help the plant grow upright rather than sprawling out. You can tuck them into the soil. If the tangly roots look untidy, you can simply tuck them down into the existing potting mix. Once buried, they will convert into standard soil roots and absorb water and nutrients efficiently. Xanadu philodendron, the new leaf, always emerge as bright, vibrant, light green spear tightly wrapped in a papery sheath. As it unfurls, it gradually deepens into a rich, glossy, dark green while developing its signature sculptural, deeply looped edges. A light deficiency warning. If new leaves emerge pale green, unnaturally thin, or lack the deep loops characteristic of the plant, it indicates the plant is not receiving enough light. Older leaves naturally yellow and drop over time as the plant channels its energy into new leaf growth, creating a unique woody trunk at the base. When caring for a philodendron Xanadu, the most common pests to watch out for are spider mites, mealybugs, and scale insect. Regular monitoring and proper cleaning are essential to keep your plant thriving. I am in winter right now in South Africa. Xanadu philodendrons suffer these attacks, especially during this season, because winter conditions create the perfect stress-free environment for them to multiply. Dry indoor heating, reduced sunlight, and lack of airflow weakens the plant, leaving it vulnerable to a population boom. What I am witnessing right now is scale insects. Signs to look for: they are hard or soft-bodied, dome-shaped brown bumps that attach firmly to the stems or the undersides of the leaves. They can cause the foliage to yellow and stunt the plant growth. As I am doing right now, how to treat them: so you can scrape them off manually with a fingernail or a cotton swab dipped in a rubbing alcohol. You can follow up with a neem oil treatment to catch any crawlers. They attach themselves under the leaf. When cleaning, turn your leaves and clean underneath as well. Don't forget the saps. Philodendrons naturally produce extra floral nectaries, a clear sticky sap. While this is not pest itself, it can cause leaf damage under bright light and will naturally attract ants. Regularly cleaning and dusting your Xanadu leaves will help you spot pests early and wash away any sticky sap before it becomes a problem. If you look closely, there is a brown spot right there. That is the scale insect. Right there. So what alcohol does, it disrupts the scale insect's protective waxy armor, causing the pest to dry out and die on contact. It allows you to wipe or brush the dead insect off the plant without damaging the foliage. This plant here, it's a propagation. Xanadu philodendron are so easy to propagate. Propagate your philodendron Xanadu using division or offset separation, as these plants have a climbing, non-vining growth habit. Carefully separate mature clumps or side shoots, pups, from the mother plant, ensuring each section has its own healthy root system, and repot in a well-draining soil mixture. And these plants prefer humidity. They thrive best in 60 to 75 relative humidity, though it can tolerate average household levels of 40 to 50%. To achieve large, glossy foliage, you can use a humidifier, group it with other plants, or place it on a pebble tray. Because it natively grows in a humid Brazilian rainforest, falling below 50% can cause the edges of its distinctive, deeply looped leaves to turn crispy brown. If you notice signs that the dry indoor air is stressing your plant, you can easily correct the environment. And remember to keep your Xanadu philodendron soil moist but not waterlogged. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.
Dancing with the flowers bloom and the sunshine glows. Gardens where the beauty grows. Every leaf tells a story, every seed takes flight. In the garden's heart, everything feels right. Esmamo, sing it to the sky. Whisper to the petals as the clouds drift by. Esmamo, let the green roots run. Dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. Today I want to talk about this beautiful plant called Chlorophytum comosum, usually called spider plant, common spider plant, due to its spider-like look. It's a species of evergreen perennial flowering plant of the family Asparagaceae. It is native to tropical and southern Africa, but has become naturalized in other parts of the world. This plant is easy to grow as a houseplant because of its resilience, but it can be sensitive to the fluoride in tap water, which commonly gives it burnt tips. Variegated forms are the most popular. Spider plants make excellent fast-growing ground covers in shaded or semi-shaded garden beds, under trees, or on embankments. They require medium watering and are frost tender, reaching roughly 30 centimeters to 60 centimeters in height and spread. Landscaping benefit and uses: lush borders. They create a beautiful, soft, cascading edges along walkways and flower beds. Embankments and erosion control, because they produce fast spreading rhizomes and cascading pups on long runners. They are great for stabilizing soil in gentle slopes. Tree bases. They thrive in double shade under trees, filling in bare, dry patches where other grass or ground covers struggle to grow. Mixed foliage. The bright green and white striped variegated leaves add excellent contrast when planted alongside deeper green. They perform best in partial full shade. Direct harsh sunlight can scorch the leaves. While hardy in mild climates, the foliage may die back in cold winter areas, but they bounce back quickly when temperatures rises. They can get slightly messy To keep birds looking tidy, simply trim off the long, trailing runners or plant the pups directly in the soil to expand your ground cover. Mature spider plant produces long stem called runners, which first grow small white flowers and then develop miniature plantlets known as spiderettes or babies. This is a sign of a healthy root-bound plant. You can propagate these babies in water or soil, or leave them on for a trailing look. While the babies look beautiful, keep too many of them on a runner can eventually stress the mother plant and drain her energy. If the plantlets begin to look pale or the mother plant seems weak, you should trim some of them away or propagate them. The houseplant spider plant requires bright indirect light. Variegated varieties will lose their bright white or yellow stripe if the light is too dim, but harsh direct sun will scorch the leaves. Water and humidity. Water deeply, allowing excess water to drain completely from the bottom of the pot. Soil and potting. Use a general purpose, well-draining potting mix. Spider plants grow best when slightly root-bound, so wait to repot until roots emerge above the soil or through the drainage holes. There is a sticky residue on the leaf. It could be sign of pest. While spider plants are generally resilient, when issues arise, they are most commonly caused by spider mites, aphids, or root rot. Always isolate the affected plant immediately. Brown, crispy leaf tips are an extremely common non-parasitic issue. It is usually a reaction to tap water containing fluoride or chlorine, low humidity, or fertilizer salt build up. Switch to watering with rainwater or distilled water and flush the soil periodically to wash away accumulative salt. You can simply snip off the brown tips to improve appearance. Checking if there's any sign of pest. Because spider plants naturally grow towards the sun, a failure to rotate them regularly will result in the foliage leaning heavily to one side. After proper investigation, there is no pest on this plant, so the sticky residue could be from somewhere else. Propagating a spider plant is easiest using the tiny baby plantlets that grow on its long stems. You can either root these babies in a glass of water, plant them directly into soil, or layer them by pinning them into a pot of dirt while still attached to the mother plant. A healthy spider plant is vibrant. The foliage should appear bushy and hydrated, lush and full of color. To be on the safe side, what I want to do is remove the sticky residue on the leaves. I will use wipes and alcohol. Cleaning your spider plant leaves is important. Keeping the foliage dust-free allows your spider plant to absorb adequate sunlight and improve its overall photosynthetic efficiency. You can use the shower method. If your plant has many dents or long leaves, the easiest approach is to place it in your shower or sink and spray it gently with lukewarm water. Let the plant drain thoroughly before returning it to its spot. The sticky residue could be from the Xanadu philodendron, as they are sitting closely next to each other. The Xanadu philodendron had scale insects on it, so they could transfer from one plant to the other. Another method of cleaning your leaves is hand wiping. To wipe individual leaf, use a soft, damp cloth, moistened with room temperature, filtered or distilled water. Support each leaf from underneath as you gently wipe both the tops and the bottom. What to avoid? Skip dish soap, vinegar, and heavy oils. These ingredients can strip the leaves' natural protective waxes, burn the foliage, and clog the plant's pores. This plant here is a propagation from the spider babies. To create a bushy spider plant, gather 3 to 5 healthy baby plantlets with visible root knobs. Grouping multiple plantlets into a single container is the most reliable way to achieve a thick, fanned-out and fountain-like appearance. It looks so beautiful as if it's plastic, like it's not a real plant. So pretty. It is time to propagate the spider plant and make a full bushier plant like we just saw the previous one. The first thing we need to do is disinfect the pruners that we don't introduce any bacteria or viruses or fungal infection to the plant. We're gonna cut the spider babies from the mother's plant. You need to look for offsets that have developed a small grouping of leaves and visible bump-like roots. This will have much higher success rate. Cutting the spider babies direct the energy back to the mother plant. When the offshoots grow large, they drain vital nutrients and water from the parent. Snipping them off allows the mother plant to focus its resource on producing new foliage, resulting in a fuller and healthier plant. I want to make sure that I am selecting plantlets that have already developed small raised bulbs or tiny aerial roots. You can either propagate in soil or in water. In water, submerge just the bottom node of the baby plant in small jar of room temperature dechlorinated water. Place it in bright indirect light and change the water weekly. Roots will form in 2 weeks. Once roots are roughly an inch long, transplant in a pot with a drainage hole and lightweight potting mix. I will be propagating it in soil. Prepare a small pot with lightweight, well-draining potting soil. Remove the bottom leaves of the spider baby so that the aerial roots are clearly exposed, and that will prevent the leaves just going into soil and rot. Once the bottom leaves are removed and the aerial root is exposed, gently press the base of the baby plant into the soil surface, ensuring the root knobs are in contact with the soil. Keep the soil consistently moist. Place it in bright indirect light. We'll continue the same process with all of them. Spider plants are known for air purification and as lucky plants. Spider plants are celebrated in Feng Shui as symbol of wealth, renewal, and continuous growth. Their aching fronds and fast-growing spider babies represent abundance, energy, and sweeping away bad QI. Placing one in a specific zone like southeast corner, wealth, or east health is believed to bring positive fortune. Air purification. They are famous for the ability to clear toxins from the air, leading to better mental well-being and stress reduction. And fast propagation. The plant frequently produces offshoots, symbolizing continuous abundance and offering free plants to share. Unlike many other lucky house plants, they are non-toxic to cats and dogs. The last step I need to do is water this new plant in, settle the soil, and make it comfortable in its new home. Whether you are looking for a cascading fountain or waterfall look from your spider plant, this is a perfect house plant to have. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.
The flowers bloom and the sunshine glows. EsmamoGardens where the beauty grows. Every leaf tells a story, every seed takes flight. In the garden's heart, everything feels right. Esmamo, sing it to the sky. Whisper to the petals as the clouds drift by. Esmamo, let the green roots run, dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. Today let's talk about the hardleaf philodendron. It's a species of flowering plant in the family Araceae, native to Central America, the Caribbean, which is common in the houseplant trade. Philodendron hederaceum, the velvet philodendron, is a subspecies which is in the houseplant trade under its previous name of the Philodendron micans. While toxic under certain conditions, it is also under current review for numerous health benefits. The name philodendron originates from the Greek word philo, meaning love, and dendron, meaning tree. Are most comfortable growing in an upward fashion, usually up the trunk of a tree, hence the name philodendron. It is an evergreen climbing growing 3 to 6 meters with a heart-shaped, glossy leaves to 30 centimeters long and occasionally spathes of white flower in mature plants. The hardleaf philodendron can be utilized in landscaping as lush ground covers or climbing vines. As a ground cover, the plant spread quickly to create a dense green mat in shaded or partial shaded areas. As a tree climber, as the genus name implies, meaning the tree lover, it will eagerly scale tree trunks and walls using aerial roots to anchor itself and reach for the light. As a speller, it makes an excellent trailing plant for retaining walls, raised beds, and elevated outdoor planters. The leaf of a philodendron hardleaf is glossy, dark green, heart-shaped leaves. The hardleaf philodendron is one of the most easiest and most adaptable houseplant. Prized for its trailing vines and glossy heart-shaped leaves, it thrives in bright indirect light, can tolerate low light, requires moderate watering, and toxic to pets if ingested. The parts of the plant are known to contain calcium oxalate crystal in varying concentration. When ingested in large quantities, are deposited in organs such as the kidneys and can cause cardiac-related issues in humans. Under the ideal condition, philodendron hardleaf will eventually grow white flowers approximately 15 years after being planted. Inflorescences are rare. Spikes inflorescences are the most common when one does appear. They have the capacity to bear fruits as well. Philodendron fruits are typically orange, red, or white berries. The philodendron hardleaf are particularly skilled at eliminating toxins from the air. So this acts as a beautiful house plant air purifier. This plant thrives in a well-draining soil mixture. Water the plant when the soil is semi-dry, not completely dry, and it should not sit consistently in soggy soil. Fertilize your plant during the growing season, which is spring and summer, with a balanced liquid fertilizer. Yellow leaves, this is a sign of overwatering. Drooping and pale leaf, this can indicate underwatering or too much direct light. Leggy stems, if the plant looks stretched out with big gaps between the leaves, it needs more light. Pruning the long vines can encourage bushier, fuller growth. Watering issue, overwatering if the brown patches are large, mushy, and smells foul, root rot may have set in. Allow the top 2/3 of the soil to dry out between watering and ensure your pot has adequate drainage holes. Underwatering, if the brown edges are crispy and curling, the plant is likely thirsty. Don't leave the plant to dry out for a prolonged period of time. Sunburn, hardleaf philodendron naturally prefer bright indirect light. If leaves receive too much direct sun, they can get scorched, leading to dry, brown, or scorched-looking patches. Move the plant a few feet away from a harsh window or use sheer curtains to filter the light. Because it's a vining plant, you can let it trail from a hanging basket or train it to climb up a moss pole. Regularly snip off long, leggy stem just above a leaf node to promote a new growth and maintain a compact, attractive shape. So these ones here, you can see there is a lot of gaps in between the leaves. This plant here needs urgent pruning. The philodendron Brazil is a striking variegated cultivar of the classic hardleaf philodendron, loved for its bold, lime green and golden streaks across deep green, heart-shaped leaf. It's hardy, fast-growing, and perfect for trailing basket or climbing support. The variegation runs through the center of the leaf with a lime or golden streak, surrounded by rich green borders. The pattern is somewhat random, making each leaf unique. The striking contrast is what makes the Brazil a sought-after variety among the philodendron enthusiasts. It prefers bright indirect light to maintain vibrant variegation, tolerates medium light, but the variegation may fade. Direct sun can scorch the leaves, and very low light revert to solid green. When we're looking at this plant, the same stem, the lower leaves have variegation on them, but as we go higher, the top leaf have reverted to solid green. So that could be the sign that it was receiving low light. Looking at the plant to see if it has any signs of stretched out stems that has no leaves so that we can prune it. Watering this plant is the same process. You water only the top inch is dry. It must not be completely dry. Keep the soil moist but not sogging wet. Signs of yellow leaves is overwatering. It prefers well-draining soil mixture and the pot must have drainage holes. It's beginner-friendly plant, very forgiving. You can neglect this plant, it's forgiving. And it's versatile, works as a hanging plant or trained climber. For decorative, its unique variegation adds vibrant contrast indoors. And it's easier to find than other rare cultivars of the philodendron. Pruning your philodendron helps to have a bushier plant. It reverses the energy back into the roots where it will grow new leaves that will fill up the pot. This plant here is empty at the top, so we need to propagate and fill up the top so that it can become full and bushy. I want to give a quick disclaimer. Propagating a hardleaf philodendron can be addictive and it can get out of hand. This plant, it is easy to propagate. You might find out that you start with only one plant and in a couple of years you have thousands. So I just want to get it out there and let you know this plant is easy to propagate. You will have a lot of plants to give away to friends and family. This is the Philodendron X egoli. It's a vibrant trailing houseplant with neon lime green heart-shaped leaves. Ideal for adding a bold pop of color indoors. It is hardy, easy to care for. It's a hybrid philodendron cultivar. It's a trailing vine, great for hanging basket or trained on support. The leaves are bright, neon lime green, more vivid than the Philodendron Brazil. It grows moderate trailing length indoors, typically about 2 to 4 meters. It prefers bright indirect light, semi-shade, but leaves may lose vibrancy. Harsh direct sun which can bleach neon foliage. As here it was exposed to the sun and some of the leaves have been bleached. The soil, it prefers well-draining soil mixer and drainage essential to prevent root rot. Water when the topsoil is dry, but leave the soil consistently moist but not soaking wet. Signs of stress is yellowing leaves or drooping leaves. Yellowing leaves will be overwatering and the drooping leaves will be underwatering. Fertilize during the growing season with a balanced liquid fertilizer. To prune a hardleaf philodendron, use clean sharp scissors to cut back leggy vines just above a healthy node. This encourages bushier growth, removes dead or yellow leaves, and keeps the plant full and vibrant. Cutting above the node stimulates dormant buds to sprout new leaves. We can now propagate our cuttings into the more empty pots. Propagating a philodendron hardleaf is so easy. You cut a healthy vine just below a node where a leaf meets the stem. Ensure the cutting has at least 1 to 2 leaves. Place the cutting in a jar of clean water, making sure the nodes are submerged. Change the water weekly to prevent stagnation. Roots usually appear in 2 to 4 weeks. Once roots are 2 to 3 inches long, transfer to soil. We are going to do it directly into the soil, into the pots that already exist and are empty because I don't need any new plant. I never normally use a rooting hormone, but I always have 100% success. You can use a rooting hormone if needed. Making sure to remove the bottom leaves. Submerging leaves in water or in soil causes rot. Only nodes should be underwater or in soil. this plant will become full and bushy. When it becomes completely root bound, we can upsize the pot. The final step, we water them in. I will have it somewhere where it's gonna receive bright indirect light, and I'm gonna keep the soil consistently moist, and the roots will form in the next couple of weeks, and the new leaves will emerge after that. Fall in love with these 3 popular philodendron variety, whether you're looking for a solid glossy green leaves, the Brazil with bold yellow on green variegation leaves, or the Eagle Eye with its vibrant solid neon lime foliage. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.
Esmamo, let the green roots run, dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. Today I want to talk about this beautiful tropical superstar called Aglaonema Pattaya Beauty, also known as Thai Beauty, Cream, Green Evergreen, or just Chinese Evergreen. This Thai breed stunner flaunts long narrow leaves in creamy white centers that fade into soft grey green and dark green edges. Pure tropical elegance. In Thailand, they call it a millionaire plant because it keeps looking expensive even if you treat it badly. The Chinese evergreen is always mistaken for the dam cane plant. The Chinese evergreen, Aglaonema, are generally bushier, low-growing and tolerate low light, whereas the dam cane, Diephambaceae, grow much taller, features cane-like stems, and has more pronounced center veins. The leaf structure of the Chinese evergreen have waxy, elongate leaves with only 5 to 8 main lateral veins. Dam canes have softer, broader leaves with 20 to 30 prominent lateral veins. Chinese evergreen stays relatively compact, reaching about 45 to 60 centimeters. The dam canes grow quickly into tall architectural plants that can reach 1 to 1.8 meters. The coloration Chinese evergreen are more likely to feature silvery gray, pink, or red pigments, whereas the dam canes typically display mottled patterns of yellow, cream, and green. Both need well-draining soil and moderate indirect light. However, Chinese evergreen are slightly more drought-tolerant and handle dry indoor air better, whereas dam cane prefer high humidity. Sticky leaves on Chinese evergreen are usually caused by a pest infestation or a natural process called gradation. Sap-sucking pests like scale, mealybugs, aphids excrete a sticky residue called honeydew. Alternatively, the plant may naturally secrete a clear, slightly sticky sap drops from the edges of a healthy leaves. Gradation is the process where plants exude excess water droplets from the edges or tips of their leaves. How it works: during the day, plants lose water vapor through transpiration. At night, when photosynthesis ceases, the stomata close. Transpiration stops. If the soil is highly saturated, roots continue to absorb moisture, creating hydrostatic root pressure. To avoid cellular damage from this excess fluid, the plant passes the liquid out through hydrophoids. It is so common for gradation to be confused with honeydew, but they are very different phenomenon. Gradation is perfectly normal and a sign of a healthy, well-hydrated plant. This plant thrives in bright indirect light, or low light. Watering, wait until the top 2 to 5 centimeters of soil is dry to the touch before watering thoroughly, and always allow the excess water to drain out at the bottom. Reduce your watering frequency during winter months when the plant is less active. Soil, use a lightweight and well-draining potting mix. Repot every 2 to 3 years, or when you see the roots tightly curling the bottom of the pot. Upgrade to a pot only 1 or 2 sizes larger. Propagation, the easiest method is root division. When repotting in the spring, gently divide the root ball into smaller clusters. Note, Chinese evergreen contain calcium oxalate crystals and is considered toxic to dogs and cats if ingested. Keep out of reach of pests and small children. After proper inspection and investigation, I am ruling out pests from the plant. Now we're gonna safely wipe the carnation from the plant. Since the plant contains calcium oxide, be sure to wear gloves to avoid skin irritation. Use a soft, damp microfiber cloth to gently clean the leaves. Because carnation leaves behind a sticky residue made of sugar and minerals that will make your plant look untidy, it is important just to clean it now and then. Is the sticky residue made of sugar and minerals it leaves behind. Some people have actually tasted it and say it tastes very sweet. The plant is looking much better now. This is a sign to reduce the watering frequency. Adjusting the watering times, I will water the plant early in the morning so excess moisture can drain before the sun goes down. Please make sure that your pot has drainage holes so that the plant is not sitting in a puddle. Yellowing leaves is a sign of overwatering. Allow the soil to dry out more between watering. Crispy brown leaf tips. This indicates the air is too dry or you aren't watering enough. Increase ambient humidity or check that you are watering adequately. Even though there is no signs for pests, I'm gonna treat this plant with neem oil. Houseplants are highly susceptible to pests in winter because of indoor heating that creates a warm, dry environment. Common winter invaders include spider mites, mealybugs, scales, and fungus gnats. The soil is a bit dry, let's give it some water, and the plant is looking more evergreen. So if you're looking for a hardy house plant that is attractive to look at and comes in varieties of colors and pattern and is easy to care for, this is your plant, the Chinese evergreen. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.
Dancing with the daisies in the Esmamo, let the green roots run. Dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. Today let's look at this magnificent beauty of a plant called the bird's nest fern, Asplenium nidus. It's a tropical, non-toxic houseplant that thrives in warm, humid conditions with bright indirect light and evenly moist soil. This is an easy indoor plant. This is the epiphytic fern. It grows on trees, rocks in nature. Native to Southeast Asia, Australia, Pacific Island, and Hawaii. Bird's nest fern display a distinctive vase-shaped rosette habit, where broad apple green fronds unfurl upward and outward from a tight central crown. There are slow-growing epiphytes growing on other trees or lithophytes that rely on collecting moisture and decaying organic matter in their central nest. The foliage of this plant, the fronds are smooth, undivided, and sword-shaped with a distinctive dark midrib. They can grow up to 50 to 100 centimeters long in the wild, though indoor specimen typically stays smaller. Bird's nest ferns have solid strap-like leaves, but some cultivated varieties feature ribbed, wavy, or finger-like split ends. In nature, these structural traits, along with the standard leaf fenestration holes or splits in other tropical plants, evolve to help the plant survive, catch light, and withstand windy tropical rainforest canopies. So the slits and splits allow harsh winds to pass through the foliage rather than catch it like a sail. This prevents the large leaves from tearing, snapping, or pulling the plant from its anchor. In dense forest canopies, overlapping solid leaves would block all light from reaching lower foliage. Splits and fenestration allow double sunlight to filter through to the lower leaves. It serves as a resource conservation. By cutting out tissue between the veins, the plant saves energy and allocates its resource towards thicker, stronger structural scaffolding rather than maintaining heavy, solid leaves. These tropical epiphytes thrive in high humidity. If the tips of your fern leaves are turning brown and crispy, the ambient air may be too dry. The brown marks on the back of your bird's nest fern are common. They are called reproductive spores or sporangia, the fern's natural way of reproducing. However, depending on their appearance, they could also indicate environmental stress or a pest infestation. What they should look like: neat, symmetrical, raised, fuzzy, or dashed lines running diagonally across the underside of the leaves. They are usually rusty or dark brown. This is completely normal for a mature fern. Do not scrape them off, as it can stress the plant. The bird's nest fern's leaves should feel stiff, thick, and leathery. Leathery and stiff, this is normal, healthy feel of a thriving bird's nest fern. The leaves emerge tightly rolled from the center rosette. If the leaves are crispy, peppery, or curly, this often indicates the surrounding air is too dry or the plant is receiving too little water. If it's soft, limp, or mushy, this is a major red flag. It typically points to overwatering or crown rot, which happens when water sits in the center of the plant. The crown point, all new growth comes from the very center of the rosette. If this central crown is damaged or begins to rot from overwatering, the plant will stop producing new leaves and eventually die. The fronds grow tightly together in the center, forming a vase or funnel that naturally catches water and falling debris. Brown fluffy or fuzzy material in the crown of your bird's nest fern is completely natural and harmless. It consists of soft, fibrous protective scales that naturally cover the center of the plant. As new fronds emerge from this center mound, they push through these scales and carry some of the brown fuzz outward, leaving it temporarily stuck on the unfolding leaves. This fuzz is a protective layer that shields tender developing leaves while they are growing in the center of the rosette. It is not a pest or disease. While it can sometimes be mistaken for a spider web or a fungal issue, healthy fuzz is completely normal. Looking at the size of this leaf, you can tell this is the latest leaf to emerge, and from then, this is the one previous to that. As the leaf matures, it will get larger and broader than the last. Care tips for the crown: avoid digging in the fuzz, brushing it off, or watering directly into the center of the crown. Watering directly into the nest can cause the center of the fern to rot. Instead, water the surrounding soil. Remember to check your bird's nest fern for pests. Carefully inspect the deep central nest or rosette and the underside of the leaves. Watch out for mealybugs, white cotton masses, scale brown waxy bumps, or spider mites, the fine webbing, and dull speckled foliage. We found scale insects. They cling tightly to the stems of the fronds. They look like small raised brown bumps and can excrete a sticky residue, honeydew, on lower leaves. If the infestation is bad, move the infected plant away from all other houseplants to prevent the pest from spreading. But in this case, it's not that bad. To remove the scale, we're going to use a wipe rubbed with alcohol. When having a bad infestation, when using a spray, be careful not to let the liquid pool in the very center, the crown of the plant, as this leads to mold and rot. To keep your fern actively pushing out large ribbed fronds, you need to mimic its natural tropical environment. When it comes to light, place the fern in bright, indirect sunlight such as an east or south facing window with filtered light. Direct sun will burn the delicate leaves. When it comes to soil, because these are epiphytes, they require loose, airy and fast draining soil to prevent root rot. Humidity: they thrive in steamy atmosphere. Bathroom, kitchens, rooms near a humidifier are excellent places to boost their size and shine. Repot your bird's nest fern every 2 to 3 years during spring using a pot that is only 3 to 5 centimeters larger than the previous one. Propagating bird's nest fern cannot be propagated from leaf cutting. The two most successful methods are division, separating natural offshoots, or growing from spurs. Division is the fastest and easiest method for home gardeners. Clean the leaves of your bird's fern regularly. Dust blocks sunlight and inhibits photosynthesis. Keeping the foliage clean helps the plant absorb light efficiently. Watering. Water at the soil level rather than pouring water directly into the central crown. Keep the potting medium evenly moist during spring and summer, but never soggy. Allow the top layer of soil to dry out slightly in winter. Looking to add glossy apple green fronds to your collection, the bird's nest fern is your plant. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.
The flowers bloom and the sunshine glows. EsmamoGardens where the beauty grows. Every leaf tells a story, every seed takes flight. In the garden's heart, everything feels right. Esmamo, sing it to the sky. Whisper to the petals as the clouds drift by. Esmamo, let the green roots run, dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. Today I want to talk about this variegated, beautiful vine called the golden pothos. The plant has a number of common names including golden pothos, Ceylon creeper, Solomon Island ivy, and taro vine. It is also called the devil's vine or devil's ivy because it is very hardy and stays green even when kept in the dark. It is commonly known as a money plant in many parts of the Indian subcontinent. It rarely flowers without artificial hormone supplements. One of the last known spontaneous flowering in cultivation was reported in 1964. Originally, it was endemic to the island Moorea from the Society Island. However, it is now wild in many tropical countries, including Bangladesh, India, Vietnam, Hong Kong, Japan, and many more. In temperate regions like the Southern Africa, it is a popular houseplant with numerous cultivars selected for leaves with white, yellow, or light green variegation. It is often used in decorative display in shopping centers, offices, and other public locations, largely because it requires little care and it is also attractively leafy. In tropical countries, it is found in many parks and gardens and tends to grow naturally. As an indoor plant, it can reach about 2 meters in height if given adequate support, a trellis or moss pole to climb, but hardly develop adult-sized leaves. The best results are achieved by providing indirect light. It tolerates an intensive luminosity but long periods of direct sunlight burn the leaves. Golden pothos is one of the easiest, most forgiving indoor plants you could have. I am checking the soil level in this pot and it's a bit low. So what I'm going to do is top it up with soil to cover the vines in the pot. And that will also help encourage more full and bushier leaves. And this plant is at least over 2 meters long. The golden pothos have shown to be invasive in tropical and subtropical climate. Its aggressive aerial roots allows it to blanket the forest floor, climb up to 100 feet into native trees' canopies. This chokes up local flora, block sunlight, and severely disrupt native ecosystem. So now what I need to do is just top the pot with soil to cover up the vines in this pot. Covering the golden pothos aerial roots with soil is highly beneficial. When you bury them, these roots quickly transition into functional soil roots. This enhances the plant's ability to absorb water and nutrients, secure the vines, and can be used as a propagation method to make your plant bushier. So what are aerial roots? Aerial roots on a golden pothos act as an anchor that allows the vine to climb and reach sunlight. In the wild, attaching to trees triggers a natural growth phase leading to much larger leaves. They also absorb moisture and help propagate new vines by rooting into the soil. Just like underground roots, aerial roots can absorb ambient moisture, rain, and nutrients, supplementing what the plant receives from the base of the soil. Propagation. This plant is easy to propagate. If you cut a pothos vine, the presence of aerial roots makes it exceptionally easy to propagate. Roots will sprout directly from these nodes when placed in water or directly into potting soil. If your golden pothos is losing its yellow variegation and turning entirely green, it is usually because it is not getting enough sunlight. Pothos plants require bright indirect light to maintain their vibrant signature yellow and green patterns. Without it, the plant produces more chlorophyll to maximize photosynthesis, resulting in solid green leaves. And this plant here needs a topsoil as well. Pruning a golden pothos encourages bushier growth and removes leggy or dead vines. Golden pothos are hardy and pest resistant. The most common and destructive pests to watch out for on your golden pothos are spider mites, mealybugs, and thrips. Because pothos have overlapping vines and thick leaves, these tiny insects easily hide in sheltered crevices and feed on sap, stunning growth and damaging foliage. Regularly inspect your plant. Periodically hold your leaves up to a window and rotate them slowly. Look for moving specks, webbing, and translucent bumps on the underside. Quarantine the infected plant immediately. Isolate your pothos if you spot any bugs so they don't spread to other house plants. Wipe down the foliage with a damp cloth or give the plant a gentle wash in the shower. For mealybugs, dip a cotton swab in rubbing alcohol and damp them off individually. For spider mites, use a gentle neem oil or insecticide soap. Time for propagation. Using clean sharp shears, let's make cuts above a leaf node, the bump on the stem where a leaf emerges. This stimulates the nodes below to sprout new branches. Pothos grow towards their tips. Cutting back long bare vines divert energy back to the center of the plant, forcing it to branch out. Removing yellow, crispy, or dead foliage prevent the plant from wasting nutrients. Trim stems with heavy leaves and nodes can be rooted in water, potting soil to grow new plants. So what I need to do is remove the lower leaves. Strip off the lowest leaf so that only the stem and node are submerged, preventing rot. Cut the vine about half an inch below a node. You can do one long vine or divide it into multiple single leaf cuttings. We'll continue with the rest of the vines to cut the lower leaves and cut just close to the aerial root. Take a long bare vine and gently coil it on top of the soil in the pot. You can use pins or bend paper clips to secure the nodes against the soil. Covered nodes will sprout new roots, encouraging fresh growth and filling the pot. But just a warning, the bends and the pins will suffocate the roots or the vine, and it will eventually kill the plant. Another option, snip the bare vines into segments, making sure each cutting has at least one node. Root the cuttings in a glass of water. Once the roots are 2.5 centimeters to 5 centimeters long, that is 2 inches, plant the rooted cuttings back into the original pot. Now what I'm going to do is cover the vines with potting mix. This is just a regular potting mix, well draining soil mixture. Signs of troubles to look out for: yellow leaves, usually a sign of overwatering or soil staying too wet for too long. Let the soil dry out more between watering. Brown crispy edges indicate underwatering or air that is too dry. Water more thoroughly when it's time for a drink. It lives well with a temperature between 17 and 30 degrees, that is 63 to 86 Fahrenheit. Generally, the plant will only need watering when the soil feels dry to the touch. The plant should be fertilized every 2 to 3 months during its growing season and a reduced rate the rest of the year. It should be replanted at least 1 to 2 years as soon if it becomes too root bound. However, it is very robust plant and it will survive bad growing condition. The plant grows rapidly in hydroponic culture. This houseplant is a powerful air purifier. It's known to remove toxins from the air. It is famous for its ability to filter indoor pollutants like formaldehyde, benzene, and many more. This plant is highly revered in feng shui and vastu as a powerful symbol of good fortune, wealth, and continuous prosperity. It is vigorous, trailing vines representing unbroken financial growth, while its heart-shaped leaves with golden variegation mimic accumulative coins. Positioning it near the entrance or guiding its vines upward around a doorframe promotes upward mobility and continuous income. Water your golden potters thoroughly when the top 50% or 70% of soil is completely dry. Soak the soil until water drains freely from the pot base and immediately discard any excess water in the saucer to prevent root rot. The new propagation, I'm gonna leave it somewhere where it's gonna receive bright indirect light, and the plant is nicely pruned. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.
The flowers bloom and the sunshine glows. There's Mamo Gardens where the beauty grows. Every leaf tells a story, every seed takes flight. In the garden's heart, everything feels right. Esmamo, sing it to the sky. Whisper to the petals as the clouds drift by. Esmamo, let the green roots run, dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. What I want to do today is take care of all the cuttings. It is winter here, so I normally forget about the cuttings. They will go days without water, so I need to go through all the cuttings and take care of them. And they're susceptible to rot so easily because of the water temperature dropping badly. In this pebble planter, the cuttings are not doing well. One just fell off. Even the pups that grew from these cuttings, they're not doing well. And let's go ahead and take all of them out and start sorting them out. There is a little bit of water at the bottom, so the petals are not very dry, so they are not on the dry side. So let's go ahead and just take them out and just observe the situation and take it from there. I must say the roots look so beautiful. what I'm gonna do is place them in this vase, because I think that they are sparse far away from each other in that pebble vase. That's why they were not sturdy. So in this other vase, they will stand sturdy. Now what we're gonna do is just pour a little bit of water just to cover the pebbles, not to drown the leaves. There is definitely cuttings that have rotten and there is no water in the vase. Oh my word. Even though the cutting have rotten, the pups are still okay. So let's salvage the pups so that they can grow big and strong before they rot with this cutting. The tiny pups and the cuttings are put in this vase. The water is so dirty and there is sign of rot, but I'm not sure, but there's still water at least. And let's just have a see. Oh, look at that roots. The roots is so beautiful. And let's just see, there is sign of rot. Yeah, there is. In this one here, there is snake plants that was growing in water, and I can see that they are clearly not okay. The longer you leave a snake plant in water, it will rot. There is amount of time you can have a display in water, but after a long period of time, it does rot. I'm gonna leave the bottom to die out completely, and I'm just gonna cut them, not now, and make more cuttings out of them. But at the meantime, I'm just gonna wash all this. It smells bad. I'm gonna wash them off and just place them back in water for now, and I will always cut them when they've completely rotten off. This is the last of the vase. This one, I have the long stems in this vase. It looks so beautiful, and I can see as well there is no water at all. It is dry. It is so easy to forget, but what I love is the snake plants are resilient. I mean, they can go on without water, many days without water. That's what I love. Look at this beautiful display. It's a mixture of the Laurenti eye and the Let's try to get them out without breaking anything. What I have here is sea sand and stone pebbles. That's what I'm gonna put at the bottom of the vase to lift everything up just a little bit, and the sand will hold moisture a little bit longer so they won't dry out completely. The same as every other vase, the pebbles hold on moisture a little bit longer. The row system has not combined yet, so I can try to take individual leaves out. And the moonshine cutting, I'm not gonna put it back in water. I'm gonna plant it in soil because it wasn't even reaching the water. The roots are so dry. See how dry the roots are. So what I'm gonna do is plant it in soil. Hopefully it will become a nice rosette of a plant. Put some of the pebbles on there, and then we're gonna water it in, and I'm gonna have to keep it consistently moist until it's comfortable in its new place, in its new home. Oh, that just takes my breath away. It looks so cute. All the cuttings look nice and clean, and the pebbles will keep the moisture a little bit longer. They won't dry out completely. That sand, it's my favorite, how the water floats on top of the sand. I love it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.
Esmamo, let the green roots run, dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. Today let's talk about this beautiful philodendron called the philodendron Birkin, a sought after cultivar of the philodendron, believed to be either a rare mutation of philodendron Roger Congo or a hybrid of two cultivars, Congo and Imperial Green. It stands out because of the unique creamy white or yellow streaks on the green leaves. It has thick, upright, self-supporting stem, promoting a more tree-like appearance, slow-growing and compact. It is a great plant for small spaces. Note that the variegation only appear on mature plants. Sometimes the plant produces leaves with a reddish tone or part red, part white stripes. So new leaves can occasionally revert to solid dark green or produce partially pink, red stripes due to its hybrid genetic, which is normal. This tropical plant is easy to care for, unlike all other tropical plants. The philodendron Birkin grows upright in a tight, compact, and vertical cluster, holding its shape nicely over time. Mature dimension, it reaches about 1 to 3 feet, which is 30 to 90 centimeter in height and roughly 1 to 2 feet in width. It's very slow to moderate. It becomes denser and wider over time rather than shooting up quickly. So don't be stressed if your plant grows a bit slower. It has this thick stem that naturally bears the weight of the overall heart-shaped leaves without flopping. Wherever you choose to display this plant, It makes a bold statement. The accent piece among other foliage, the birkin would work hard at providing you with fresh air as it is an excellent air purifier. Philodendron birkin needs a loose, chunky and well-draining soil. Make sure that the water doesn't sit long in the soil. Use a well-draining pot. This plant prefers bright indirect light to maintain its variegation. Direct sun will scorch the leaves. On the other hand, this one here, I have it in low light. This plant is receiving low light and I can see clear signs of stress. The leaves have curled up a little bit and there is a lot of dead leaves. Normally the low leaves will die off as it produces new leaves, and the more you have it in low light, the darker the leaves become. If you have this plant in low light, it will lose the variegation, the leaves will become leggy and it will grow very slow. And the philodendron birkins, the leaves curl mainly due to environmental stress, typically caused by underwatering, low humidity, or pest infestation. There's a huge difference between these two plants. One is more vibrant, as the other one is more curled up and a bit darker. The cause of leaf curling is underwatering or dry soil. The plant curls its leaves inward to save water when it is too dry. Low humidity. Indoor air that is too dry causes the edges to wrinkle and curl. Pest. Tiny bugs like spider mites, aphids suck the sap of the plant and twist new growth. Too much direct sun. Harsh light scorches the leaves, making them curl to protect themselves. Cold drafts. Sudden cold air or wind stresses the tropical leaves. If your plant is experiencing any of this environmental stress, water your plant immediately. Place it somewhere that it will receive humidity. Check for pests and move it away from cold draft. And if it's too much direct sun, move it away from the harsh light that will scorch the leaves. After proper investigation, I see that mine is not pest. It is low humidity, cold draft, and underwatering. Overwatering soggy soil suffocates roots and causes root rot, turning the entire leaves yellow or creating mushy brown patches. Let the top 5 cm 2 inches of soil dry out completely before watering again. Underwatering, crispy, dry brown edges combined with curling or yellowing lower leaves mean the plant is thirsty. That is what this plant is experiencing right now. Propagating a philodendron birkin is done successfully using stem cuttings or root division. Choose healthy stems with visible nodes. After every leaf, there is a node that will emerge, an aerial node that will emerge from the stem. That right there is the aerial node. You can cut underneath the node. You can either propagate it in soil or you can propagate it in water, or separate natural offshoot pups from the main base. Propagating by stem cutting, find a node, look for a stem with at least one leaf and a visible node. The bump where the leaf meets the stem, aerial roots help. Use clean scissors to cut just below the node. remove the lower leaves. Water method: put the cutting in a jar of clean water, change the water every few days, place it somewhere where it will receive bright indirect light. Once the roots are 1 to 3 inches long, you can plant it in soil. Now let's go ahead and water this thirsty plant. And remember, propagation and repotting should be done during the growing season, which is spring and summer. Key signs it's time to repot is when the roots are growing out of the drainage holes. A hard, dense mat of roots visible on top of the dirt. The plant dries out extremely fast after watering because there is more root than soil. Then you know it's time to move to a bigger room. Fertilize the plant during the growing season, which is spring and summer, with a balanced liquid fertilizer. We'll water the plants thoroughly until the water comes out of the bottom of the pot. If you're looking for a tropical plant that makes a bold statement with beautiful variegation, elegant and air purifying properties, compact and easy to care for, the philodendron birkin is your plant. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.
Esmamo, let the green roots run, dancing with the daisies in the morning sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to EsmamoGardens. What I want to do today is talk about this beautiful succulent called Zamioculcas zamiofolia, also known as the ZZ plant. It is a tropical herbaceous perennial plant and it is native to Kenya, Southern Africa in KwaZulu-Natal, Malawi, Mozambique, Tanzania and Zimbabwe. It is commonly grown as a houseplant mainly because of its attractive glossy foliage and it is easy to care for. The ZZ plant's leaves are glossy because of a thick, waxy outer layer called a cuticle, which helps the plant store water and survive dry conditions. This smooth surface also protects the indoor houseplant from dust, minor damage and pests. Wipe the leaves gently with a damp cloth so that dust does not block the light, so that it prevents photosynthesis. Avoid chemicals. Don't use artificial leaf shine spray as they can clog the pores of the plant. When it comes to water, Zamioculcas zamiofolia contains 91% water in the leaves, 95% water in the petioles. It has an individual leaf longevity of at least 6 months, which may be the reason it can survive extremely well under interior low light levels for 4 months without water. The plant stores water in the rhizomes, thus aiding the plant in the drought resistance. The plant like regular watering, but the soil should be allowed to dry out between watering. The rhizomes are thick, fleshy potato-like underground storage organs that features starchy interior tissue, exterior growth nodes, and an ability to store vital water reserves. This stem has just fallen off the rhizome, but it's not wasted. I will propagate it. The ideal soil for a ZZ plant requires fast draining, high aeration, and gritty texture to protect its water-storing rhizomes. Standard heavy potting soil holds too much water and causes root rot. I have a normal potting mix mixed with compost. The compost helps to break down that soil and help it to become airy. The stem right here, it's broken. I have two choices. I can either cut it off and propagate the stem, or I can hold it upright and help the stem to heal. I think I'm gonna hold it up because it's still full of life. Hopefully it will heal. I will monitor it for the next couple of weeks, see if it heals. If not, I can always propagate it. Here I have a bamboo stick. What I'll do is tie it on this bamboo, not too tight. It must just be loosely tied up so that the stem can easily move. Had to make sure where I am placing this stake, I am not damaging any rhizome. Gently and loosely tied to the stake so that the stem is not suffocating where it will die, but loosely tied so that it can move and the wound is upright where the stem will have an opportunity to heal itself. And these broken stems, if they're not badly damaged, they can be propagated. Propagating the ZZ plant from a stem involves cutting a healthy stalk, letting the end dry, and rooting it in water or soil. The key step including taking the cutting, allowing it to callus, and waiting for the roots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this and leave it for the next 3 days to callus, and I'm going to propagate it in water. This is just a stem with no leaves, but I'm gonna give it a try. Why not? This plant here is actually a propagation that we did a couple of months ago, and look how beautiful it is. One of the stems here was propagated in water and the rest is division. Due to its strong green leaves, it is especially suitable for open, bright rooms. When grown indoors, the plant prefers bright indirect light, but will tolerate low light condition. However, low light is not optimal for an extended period of time. Insufficient amount of sunlight can result in leaves lengthening and falling off. That is, the plant becoming leggy as it stretches for light. The disadvantage of the ZZ plant is that they are toxic to pets and humans. They are sensitive to overwatering and they are very slow growing. The benefit of having a ZZ plant is its air purification properties. It filters harmful volatile organic compounds like benzene, xylene from indoor air. Mental well-being, it promotes a calming atmosphere that can help reduce stress levels and elevate daily moods, focus and productivity. It adds a natural greenery to workspace, which may help decrease mental fatigue and improve concentration. It is low maintenance, easy to care for, thrives in windowless offices, dim hallways, and dark apartment corners where other plants will struggle. When it comes to temperature, if you're growing your ZZ plant outdoors in the cold climate, it may survive outdoor as long as the temperature does not fall below or around 15 degrees Celsius, that is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're growing your ZZ plant outdoors in the colder regions, move it indoors in winter. When it comes to humidity, the ZZ plant do not require high humidity and thrive in average indoor conditions. They don't need misting or special humidifier to stay healthy. Remember to propagate or repot your plant during the growing season, which is spring and summer. The signs to repot is when your thick potato-like rhizomes are growing out of the bottom of the drainage holes. The plastic or ceramic pot is bulging, cracking, or distorted from the tight internal crowding. Fertilize your ZZ plant during the growing season, which is spring to summer, with a balanced liquid fertilizer. Whether you're looking for a living art piece that works wonderfully as a home decor due to its glossy sculptural leaves, upright growth, and the ability to thrive in dim spaces, the Zamioculcas zamiofolia is your plant. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you soon.